I think the Mavericks, they're going to be scary on defense. Defense is not a problem at all. What next for the Dallas Mavericks? What does the future hold for the Dallas Mavericks after that blockbuster trade of moving their quintessential star, their number one option, Luka Doncic, 25-year-old Luka Doncic, averaging over 34 last year, MVP candidate, moved him to the Lakers and got back Anthony Davis and Max Christie? What next for the Dallas Mavericks? That's what this video is going to be all about. This is the Putback Show. My name is Slimon. Let's get right into it. Now, for the Dallas Mavericks, it's a huge L for me. I said from the very start, I don't like this trade at all. And I know a lot of people agree with me, and some people also disagree with me, but my friend, it's an L. Let me tell you why it is going to be an L, and this is what it looks like for the Dallas Mavericks. So you're telling me you want to put two potentially unavailable players. Mind you, Kyrie, he's not the perfect guy when it comes to situations like this. Kyrie can get injured. Kyrie is somewhat of an injury-prone guy. Last year, he managed to stay on the court, but this is not Kyrie every single time. And Anthony Davis, the least said, the better when it comes to injury. This season, we thank God, at least he stayed on the court for majority of the games. I know some people are saying, oh, he's now getting back to fitness, so like, right now, he's putting together a lot of games and he's become fit again. But we know with this history, you cannot trust that guy. So right now, you're telling me you want to build your future around two potentially unavailable guys? Fine. You said, Luka, you're worried about his conditioning. And the conditioning guy, the guy who couldn't stay in shape, took you to the finals a year ago. You still let him go. Good. Even teams like the Sixers and the Pelicans managed to keep Zion. Zion, who they've been complaining about his conditioning since he joined the team. They still managed to keep him, and you let yours go. Embiid, the injuries after injuries after injuries, the Sixers still believe in Embiid. But you, the Dallas Mavericks, said you don't want to do it with Luka Doncic. Fine. Now let's get to the positive side of things. Now, for the Mavericks, what Nico Harris and their GM said is they get a good defensive player. And it's not just a good defensive player, a great defensive player. AD's ceiling, and I feel like he's still not got to his ceiling yet. 2020 AD was peak AD. If they can channel that AD playing at the 4 and getting the bigs like Derek Lively and Daniel Gafford to play at the 5 at great levels, I think the Mavericks, they're going to be scary on defense. Defense is not a problem at all. What I have a problem is the offense. This Mavericks offense can get it difficult sometimes because Luka used to build them out like a lot. That's the honest truth. I know Kyrie, he's great and all, but no, Kyrie cannot be your number one scoring option. For Anthony Davis, I do not believe he's going to be your number one scoring option. I think them two together, they'll try to make it work, but when you have difficult games and you need crazy elite level scoring talent, this is where they will be lacking a little bit, in my opinion. That is why I feel like they will fall short. In the short term, it also works for them. But in the long term, the Dallas Mavericks, in the long term, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years to come, where are you going to go from here? Mind you, Anthony Davis, he's 30 and beyond. He's 30 plus. Luka was 25. Anthony Davis, him getting old means him getting slower. Him now father time catching up to him. Same said for Kyrie Irving. You now trust in two veterans to hold on to this club to make them a championship contender. Now it's championship of vast for the Mavs. Because after making this move in the next year, in the next 2 years, you don't win a championship, it's a huge failure. I believe it's already a failure, but it becomes a huge failure. If they find a way to win the championship, fine. But currently, I'm not picking them over the OKC Thunder. I still believe that they are the guys to beat in the Western Conference. Hell, even if they meet the Lakers possibly in the playoffs, I have a feeling the Lakers might overcome them. But their defense, I think, will be elite. Maybe they'll struggle with a little bit with spacing because they'll now be playing that two big system where, of course, AD will play at the 4, Daniel Gafford or Derek Lively will play at the 5. But that is where Kyrie comes into play. Kyrie can handle the pains being clogged. Kyrie can handle less spacing because he works so well in tight spacing. Kyrie, I think he's one of the best in the league when it comes to working so well in tight spacing. The way he can go up for those layups, like it just works seamlessly there. But on the offensive end, when you need big scoring, I don't think these two are enough. So I don't think the Mavericks are going to win the championship. I already said it's a huge L for them. But hey, let's see what happens. they said defense wins you championships, right? So maybe it is going to be enough for the Dallas Mavericks. To see if they've got more upcoming things to do. Maybe this trade deadline, they still got a few moves here and there to possibly get them over the line. But that's it for this video on the Put Back Show. Hope you enjoyed this one. Kindly like the video, subscribe, and on to the next one.